Okay, folks, in the case of Shephy, it felt like it was best to do a rundown of it, just because watching it and not having anybody explain what's going on may be a bit weird. So we'll just go through a hand of the basic mode, and don't know if I'll win, but I'll try to explain what's going on. So the goal of the game is within 3 rounds, or within 3 sets of the deck that you've got, your goal is to get basically at least 1,000 sheep card in your hand, or on your field, I guess, in this case. And so you only start out with this one sheep on your field, and you get the different cards that are in the deck, randomly shuffled out, and you'll have to use your cards interacting with the field in order, like I said, to try to get to the point where you have 1,000 sheep card at the end of the game. So you lose if you run out of sheep on your field. You lose if you get to the end of all 3 rounds and you don't have 1,000 sheep card. So everything becomes about trying to manage your sheep. So you can look at all these different cards, and you get used to them over time. So be fruitful. You can basically create another sheep at the same rank. This one's particularly nasty, so your highest ranking sheep will have to get downgraded. And whenever it uses the word release, what they mean is you're going to lose the card. So if I use this wolf right now on my one sheep that's rank 1, I'm going to have no sheep, and I'm going to immediately lose. Release one of your highest ranking sheep cards. Another Be Fruitful, and the Plague. So this is not a great place to start. We have a lot of downside to one. Plague is particularly nasty. So if I had my entire field full of rank 1 sheep and I used Plague on a rank 1 sheep, all of my sheep would die. If I only had say 3 sheep card and the rest were 1s, if I had used the Plague on the 3 sheep card, only that 3 sheep card would die, the other ones would stay. So, but let's go through. So, really, the first thing I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to create another sheep. So now I've got 2 sheep. And then this freaking card, boy, this isn't a good start. This one wipes out basically everything. So you want to hold this until you get one of the cards that lets you get rid of cards. There are some cards that there's a sheepdog card that you can get rid of, a card that's currently in your hand. There's another card, I forgot what it's called. It will actually remove that card from the deck. So even in future rounds, you won't have to deal with it. So yeah, you don't want to use this card. You're going to end up losing everything if you use it. So let's see. So I'm going to have to, no matter what, things are going to have to die. And no matter what, we're going to have only rank 1 sheep. So let's just, since I have nothing great to lose, just get rid of the wolf. Okay, this one we can duplicate a card. I find I want to hold out, use that on cards that I can get rid of other cards with. So we'll take a chance. We'll take a definite chance and just try to keep getting new cards on. Ooh, this is going to be helpful. Ooh. So I can fill the field with as many sheep as I like. That's not bad. That will help. Let's get rid of this. Okay, inspiration. This is what I'm really looking for, and that's going to pair well with my all-purpose sheep. So what this will do is I can look into the cards that I haven't yet used in the deck. So there's 13. There's a lot of them. I can look through them, and I can find a card that I want to replace this card with. It's a one-time use. And so I can really do some nice things. I can find a card, like I was talking about, that will let me eliminate other cards, duplicate it, and that will be a nice thing to have. So let's try that. So let's track it down. There's the sheepdog. So it's going to get rid of a card in my hand, but I want the one that's going to remove it from the deck. Yeah, remove one card from the remove one card in your hand from the game. So this is actually the one I want. So now I can duplicate this card. I'm going to use it initially on Plague. And now I have that card still. So now I'm in pretty good shape. So now let's fill the field up.
Fill the earth.
Okay, now I've got a Dominion card. So now this is one you can use to combine sheep to get better ones. Now it's a strict kind of thing that you want to combine. So if I combine 3 of them, I'll get a 3 card. I only have 7 on the field. If I combined all of them, if I combined all 7, I would still only get a 3 card because I don't have 10. So that's just sort of the way it works. So let's combine the 3. So I've got 1 3 sheep and 4 of the ones. At least 2 sheep cards isn't too bad. I don't really.
Storm.
I can take that. At least 1 sheep card, not too bad. The duplicate I'll use on my 1. Let's get rid of the 1 sheep.
Falling rock.
So I have 1 of each. I'll be okay. Receive 3 sheep of a lower rank. Yeah. If I could, I'd really want to upgrade first. Why don't I remove the Plague from the game? That's not a bad move. And I've still got the ability to remove something from my hand. Plague really sucks sometimes. It can end your game sometimes. Oh, here's a good opportunity. It's this one. Release all but 2 sheep cards. Well, I only have 2 sheep cards. Good. Perfect time to use it. It does absolutely nothing. Release half of your sheep. Card down. Might be too early to use the sheepdog and eliminate that. We'll be more patient. So let's get the 3 sheep out there. Ah, yes, except for the highest ranking. Okay, well that works. So we'll use this. It'll give me 3 ones. Okay, and this is all good timing. Alright, so now here's where I have to start thinking ahead. So this one, I can raise the rank of as many sheep cards as I like. I don't have to raise all of them. And that's going to be important, because then you combine it with Dominion, because Dominion was the one I was saying that that you only, you don't get the remainder, you only get what you have. So if I raised everything, I can get a 10 card, but just for the sake of efficiency, well, technically I'm not losing anything, but just bear with me. So if I upgrade all the sheep except for 1 with this card, I'll have a bunch of 3 and I'll have a 1. And then if I do the Dominion, I can get a 10. Technically I'm not losing sheep by combining 4 3s together where I have 12 and I'm only getting a 10. Like I said, since technically I'm raising the levels of all of them anyway, I don't know if this is really being efficient, but for the sake of illustrating sort of good practice, we'll do that. So now I've got a bunch of 3s. Oh, and this is the other one. Release 3 sheep cards. Yeah, it'll remove it from the game if you actually use it. I think I'm gonna... let's see. What do I want to do? If I get rid of 3, I'll have 10. Okay, I'll take the hit. I can do this.
Meteor.
Because this is using that will remove it from the game immediately, so I don't have to deal with it on future rounds, and I don't have to use one of my better cards to get rid of it. So now what I can do? This was my plan. I can use my Be Fruitful. Now I'm up to 10. I can use my Dominion. And I can get my 10 card. And then I can eliminate the one that...
Sheepdog.
does half. So I get through the first round, and I started with 10 before. I mean, a 1 sheep before. Now I have 10. So I'm at a better place than last time. Okay. So that's the remove half my sheep. It does round down, so you can take advantage of that. You know, if you've got 3 cards, you only have to remove 1. So it's not a bad card sometimes to put up with. Let's start by getting our first sheep on the board. We can
Eat fruitful.
duplicate that one. That's not too bad. The wolf. My 3 will go down to one of my 10s will go down to a 3. I still have a 10. Let's do that.
Wolves.
Here we go. So I have to get rid of half my sheep. Technically, I have to get rid of 1.
Slump.
And then on top of that, I can use this card again. I only have 2 cards, so I'm not losing anything. High-ranking sheep cards. Well, let's get rid of that.
Dog.
Okay, now we're in business. We got the one where you can get rid of stuff with Dominion, which isn't for the moment terribly useful. I can duplicate and get more sheep. And I could use Dominion to get a 30. Yeah, I don't know if it's a great use, but
All-purpose sheep.
and that'll rank up. And the thing is, when it says all but the highest, you ultimately, if all of your cards are the same, you end up not being able to use it at all. So I get my 30 out of it now. Though that does seem a bit wasteful. I might be able to get the one where you put down as many 1s as you like. Yeah, let's just count on that happening.
Eat fruitful.
Stick with the plan. Good, and I got another duplicate, so I can do. So let's get our first 30. Okay, might as well use this now. Look through what is left of the deck before it's worthless. Put down as many 1s as I want. I've got at least 2 sheep cards, which will stink to have to use. One where you get lower rank, which would be helpful right now. So I'll take that. Because that combines well with the one where you can raise everything up. So let's get our 10s. And I've got my Dominion. Yeah, and so this is a good case of where you want to combine things together. So let's review. So I can raise the rank of as many as I like. So I'm going to be able to get. I can change the 3 to 10. I can change, the 10s to 30s. But what becomes crucial, in terms of thinking efficiently again, is technically I want to leave 110 around because, I don't want to lose 20. Now, like I said, I'm using this to upgrade, so I'm technically not losing anything. But in terms of how you think about the game, best to think this way. So we'll upgrade all but one of the 10. And now when I use Dominion, I'm not technically losing any sheep. So I've got my first 100 cards. So that's good progress. Okay, I've exhausted the deck. So let's eliminate the remove 2 sheep in the game. That's a good one not to deal with anymore. And then I guess I don't want to completely fill up the field.
Fill the earth.
And then we'll use the rock on one of the poor ones. And now we'll duplicate my
Be
100.
fruitful.
Okay. So now I only have the rest of the one round to manage to get my my last piece. Or I have to get my 100. So I've got my 1,000 sheep. So I've got quite a lot of work to do. Let's just
Falling
knock
down.
out one sheep. I've got the thing for the filling the field with everything. So I can get rid of stuff. I can Dominion's not useful to me yet. Filling the earth is worthless. It's not gonna really be any help at this point. I do not want to have to get rid of a high rank, especially at this point. So let's just eliminate it. We still have the sheepdog. And there's the sheepdog. Let's put down a 3.
Multiply.
Make room. Still got the inspiration. Let's get the inspiration.
Inspiration.
Let's see what we want to get. We could raise the rank of everything. Get ones for the next one down. Filling the earth is gonna be kind of a waste right now. Maybe that's what I should. Maybe I should wipe out half. I don't have very many bad cards anymore. I've actually done a good job of. So half of them down. I'm gonna lose 2 1s and a 3 when I can repopulate anyway. Well, let's just do that. Because my field's a little too full anyway. Okay, the 100s I wanna duplicate 100. I can then use Dominion to get my first 300 card. Yeah, let's do that.
Be fruitful.
And then, yeah, here we go. I think this is gonna work.
Dominion.
So now I'm up to 300. So now duplicate. Oh, let's get inspiration. Let's see what we have left. The wolf is a bit nasty. Down to 2. So I really don't have a lot of negatives left. I really want to save my duplicate. The wolf I really don't want to use. I really want to get rid of the wolf. So let's eliminate the wolf.
Sheepdog.
Okay, good. Now this, the one where I get rid of all but 2. I don't have more than 2 anyway. Okay, let's fill part of the field. Just to get this one out of the way.
Fill the earth.
It's actually not very useful at this point. Okay, raise the rank of as many as I want. This creates 3 of the next one down. I need to keep the Dominion card as part of the trick. What's less? I think I'm dangerously close to winning the game, but at the same time, I'm nervous now. Well, I know I want to copy this. And I do still have one last duplicate. I might not be able to pull this out. Because I actually only have 2 spots. This is not... 2. Okay, no, I've got it. Okay, I'm making this harder than it is. So I use this, I'll get 200s. I use... Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I've more than got this. Doesn't matter what I do at this point. I've got it. So I've now got I've got plenty of extra. So now I can use my... Yeah, well, I'll more than win. Yeah, I've handily got this.
Dominion.
So I've wasted 200 sheep, but I don't care. I get my 1,000. Oh, and I actually would have done even better. I then could have duplicated my Be Fruitful card, and I could have actually had 3,000. But anyway, that's walking through the game as it is. You know, it's not a bad game. It's kind of interesting. It has a nice little strategic element. So I suppose if you're looking for a card game to play on your $300 Switch that you could, get some physical cards and play, sure, it's not bad. There's also I also have a video of the very interesting story mode. It has a extremely grim story, as well as then objective-based play where some of the rules are changed. The way the deck works is different, and there are also challenge modes. So they try to do as much as possible to eke content out of what is here. But ultimately, this is going to revolve around: do you want a card game on your Switch? You'll have to choose for yourself. But hopefully that was helpful, and I'll talk to you all